Good morning, students. In our previous video, we have completed till mechanical advantage and one more animated video which I have provided to you all. The video today which I am giving, the same we will do in the live classes also. Let us start from the next topic, that is lever. These are the types of machine which we have studied earlier. These are the types of machine. There are 6 basically types of machine. First is lever, second is pulley, third is wheel and axle, fourth is wedge, fifth is inclined plane, and the last sixth is screw. We will study one by one about all these things. Now lever says a lever consists of a rod that is free to move about a fixed point. A lever consists of a rod that is free to move about a fixed point. Let us make it more clear by making a diagram that I have given to you earlier also, that lever consists of a rod that is free to move about a fixed point. It means that, suppose we are taking an example of seesaw. Seesaw is also a lever, and we all know that seesaw is fixed at the middle of the rod. This is a rod and the seesaw is fixed in the middle of the rod. Here one child sits, here another child sits, and this balances the seesaw. Whose weight is more, the seesaw will bend towards that person. This is called a lever. Here in the lever, the 3 point which we have studied earlier, that 3 terms that are load, second is effort, and third is fulcrum. So this pivoted point or fixed point is known as fulcrum. This pivoted point is known as fulcrum. Now load and effort. Wherever you want to put load, you can put the load. Wherever you want to put the effort, you can put the effort in both of the arms. This is the diagram of a seesaw which shows us that it is a lever. Now there are so many types of lever, like there are basically 3 types of lever. These are, first one is first class lever, or we can say class 1 lever, class 2 lever, class 3 lever. These are the 3 classes of lever which are being separated by the position of fulcrum. Separated by the position of fulcrum. It means according to the position of fulcrum, there are 3 classes of lever. Let us move to the class 1 lever. Class 1 lever. In class 1 lever, let us see where the fulcrum is located. In class 1 lever, fulcrum is located at the middle. Fulcrum is located at the middle. This is known as class 1 lever. Here fulcrum is located at the middle. Like this, the example of seesaw we have seen. Like example of seesaw. This is the example of first class lever. Scissor, as we all know that this is a scissor. Here this is the fulcrum which is in the middle. This is the first class lever. Pliers, जिसे प्लास कहते हैं, plier, this is also a first class lever. Then after catapult, that is also a first class lever. These are the examples of class 1 lever where fulcrum is situated in the middle. Fulcrum is situated at the middle. You can define first class lever as the lever in which fulcrum is located at the middle, or we can say fulcrum is located between load and effort. We can say fulcrum is located between load and effort. This will be the appropriate definition for the fulcrum, for the class 1 lever. Here I have written middle, but this middle is not always true. Why? Because in this case, in only seesaw, fulcrum is at middle, but in the case of scissor, fulcrum is not at the middle. In case of plier also, fulcrum is not at the middle. That's why we have to say that class 1 lever is that type of lever where fulcrum is located between load and effort. Only this much, with some examples which I have given. Now let us move to class 2 lever. Next we will see class 2 lever. Here also, according to the position of fulcrum, we will define class 2 lever. We can define class 2 lever is a type of lever where load is situated between fulcrum and effort. In class 2 lever, load is in between fulcrum and effort. Let us see some example. For example, nutcracker. Nutcracker, you might have seen nutcracker like this. Here fulcrum is there and here a blade is there. Here handle is there for cutting nuts. This is nutcracker. This is the example of second class lever. Have you seen ever in the market that for making pickle, mango, raw mango is being cut? The machine which is used for cutting raw mango, this is just like that. That is also a second class lever. Here fulcrum is here. Here fulcrum is there. Here effort. Here the person will apply force. And here it is the load. So here load is situated between fulcrum and effort. This type of lever is called class 2 lever. The third case, class 3 lever. Now it become very simple. Once in class 1 lever, fulcrum was in middle. Second, load is in middle. And in the third case is a type of lever where effort, now it's time for effort, because in the first class lever fulcrum was in middle, in second class lever load is in middle, in the third class where effort is between load and fulcrum. In the third class lever, a class 3 lever, fulcrum is in between, effort is between load and fulcrum. For example, you can see, for example, tong, sugar tong, you can say sugar tong, जिसे चिमटा कहते हैं, चिमटा. How it's look like? There is an handle like this. It is, the tongs are like this. Here we used to apply effort. Here we used to apply our effort. Here we are applying effort. Here suppose we are holding, you can say sweets. Have you seen ever in that marriage or any party, the people who is serving sweet, they used to pick the sugar by the tongs, where the people or the person who is giving the sweet, he hold the tong in the middle. Here this is the pivoted point, this is the fulcrum, this is the effort, and here is the load. That's why we can say that third class or class 3 lever is a type of lever where effort is between load and fulcrum. More example is there. Knife also. In knife also we can say that it is a class 3 lever. Then after you can say spade, which is used to lift a coal. स्पेड और सिंपली ए स्पेड जिसे हम लोग कुदारी या फावड़ा कहते हैं. इट्स लाइक दिस. द स्पेड इज लाइक दिस. The spade is like this. Here we are holding here effort, here load is working, and here fulcrum is there. Or you can say that these are the types of third class or class 3 lever. Spade used to lift coal. These are the example of class 3 lever. Now you can see in the book also, in your book also, so many diagrams are given for every class of lever. See, in class 1 lever you can see that so many examples are given. Seesaw is given, scissor is given, tweezer is given, then after bottle opener, nut cracker. These are the examples of all the classes of lever. Then in first class lever you can see that there is seesaw will be there, scissor will be there. In class second lever you can see one small vehicle is there which a boy is carrying just to carry load. That is also a second class lever. In third class lever, class 3 lever, you can see a person who is doing fishing. That is also an example of class 3 lever. Now next we will study about principle of lever. Now the next topic, the next type of machine which we are going to see is pulley. As you can see in the figure that a boy is lifting some load by the help of a pulley. As you all have seen that pulley is a circular disc like device which is used to lift the water from the well. We basically know pulley by this name only, कुएं से पानी खींचने के लिए. Here it is written, a single fixed pulley consists of a wheel with a groove and a rope passing through the groove. Let me explain you more clearly so that it will become very easy to you. Now let us see about pulley. Just now I have told that pulley is a circular disc like structure. Pulley is a circular disc like structure where at the circle there is a grooved rim. Grooved rim means रस्सी फंसाने के लिए जगह. There is a grooved rim by the help of which we can lift a load. We can lift some load. There effort will be there. Let me divide. It consists of, it is a circular disc like structure. Circular disc like structure, and it has grooved rims to hold, we can say that, to hold rope. Now pulley, there is a wheel and axle. It works on a wheel and axle. Let me make a diagram to make it more clear. Suppose this is an iron rod. Because pulley we cannot see only single pulley. Suppose this is an iron rod. I am making a diagram of a well. Like this you have seen in a well that, suppose this is a well. It contains some water. Here at the two corner you can see here pulley is given. Here pulley has a grooved rim which is for lifting water from the well. Here one bucket is there and we used to lift water from the well by using this bucket. Now here this pulley is a wheel, it is a wheel, and this rod is a axle. This also work as a wheel and axle. Now in pulley, load is acting downwards. Load is acting downwards. Why it is acting downwards? Because the load will try to get down, and effort will act also downwards. Effort, we are pulling the rope down in downward direction, and load is raised up. Load is raised up. So we can say that a pulley is a circular disc like structure which contains a wheel and an axle, and it is used to lift a load from some depth by changing the direction. See, when we will pull the rope of the pulley, the load is raised up and we are applying our effort in downward direction. Load is lifting in upward direction. This is the direction of effort, and this is the direction of load. Load is being lifted upward, effort is being done downward. That's why pulley changes its direction. Pulley is used to change the direction of force, as we have studied in function, in where 4 points were there, in which I have explained you that is force multiplier, gain in speed. In that, this case was also there, that pulley is used for changing the direction. I hope that pulley is quite clear. Now next is inclined plane. Our next type of machine is inclined plane. Inclined plane is very easy thing. Have you ever seen beside some motorcycle showroom or car showroom that there is a slope for lifting the vehicle in the truck, for moving the vehicle in a truck? Or we can see often in our house also, if our house is little bit up from the roadside, if our house is little bit up and we have to keep our vehicle, motorcycle or car at our home, what we will use? We will make a slope for raising to up to our house. So you can say that inclined plane is a triangular structure which is used for rolling the objects up in upward direction. This is the rolling of the object. We used to roll the object upward, or we used to roll the object downwards. If we are coming down, we can use this slope. If we are moving up, we can move up. Suppose this height we have to move. Up to this much height we have to move. It's not possible directly move up. If there is a slope, then we can do the work easily. That's why inclined plane is also a type of machine. In a book, you can see the example given also here. Here this boy is lifting some object in a truck, in a vehicle, and he is using an inclined plane to lift the goods in the truck. As you can see in hospitals also, there are two types of stairs. One is simple stair, which our school has, in which staircase is there, but in the hospital there are second type of stair, that is only this slopey stair. This is used for raising the patients when wheelchair is being used. When we are using wheelchair, it can be used for raising the patients to another floor. This is the use of inclined plane. We can say that inclined plane is simply a slope over which a load can be pushed up. Inclined plane is simply a slope where a load can be pushed up or pulled down. Now next we will see wedge. The video which I have given you, an animated video, in that video there is so many examples also given related to all these type of machines. Now coming to the next topic, that is wedge. Wedge is also a type of machine. where we can say that wedge is a type of machine which consists of two inclined plane. Suppose this is one inclined plane, as we have just now discussed, this is one inclined plane and this one is another inclined plane, and this is the structure of wedge. This is wedge. We basically use wedge as a X, जिसे हम लोग काटने के लिए यूज करते हैं, और यू कैन से दैट नाइफ इज ऑल्सो अ वेज. These are the example of wedge. It consists of two inclined plane. It is used to stop any object. We can stop any object by using wedge. Like you can see the example given in your book in page number 74. A force is being applied in a plank of wood. It is a wood. In a plank of wood, a force is applied to keep it firmly away from touching each other. This is the example of wedge. Now next we will see wheel and axle. Wheel and axle, as I have discussed earlier, that wheel, we all know that wheel and axle, just now in pulley just now we have discussed. Now our all the vehicle is working on this principle only, that the wheel of the motorcycle or wheel of the car or scooter, whatever wheel is there, they are just rolling just due to this wheel and axle. Axle is the rod which is passing through the wheel. Suppose this is the wheel, as you can see, suppose this is a wheel of a bike. Here you can see that a rod is being passed from inside the wheel. That rod is known as axle, and the circular, you all know that circular ring is known as wheel, and wheel can rotate about its axle. Now you can see some more example like screwdriver. Screwdriver also works on the principle of wheel and axle. Then after you can say that this wheel, wheel of the bike and car we have discussed. Now let us move to the next type of machine, screw. Screw, as you all know that screw has grooved ring. Screw has this type of lining ring which help us to push the screw inward and take out the screw outward. These are the two functions of a screw, which is basically used for lifting heavy object. Like it is used in the jack of car. The jack is being used to lift a car, and we are using the principle of screw for lifting car. These are the types of machine which we have studied, which we have to study, and in our live class we will make it more clear so that you can understand more easily. Now our next topic is care of machine. How we can take care of our machine, whatever machine which we are using, how we can take the care. Now here in book only I will show you that first point, all the machines should be placed in a clean place to keep away from dust, moisture, etc. This is the first thing, how we can take care of the machine. It should be placed in a clean place. The second point is they should keep covered when not in used. If machines are not in used, they should keep covered. Third, the moving part of machines should be lubricated with good quality machine oil to reduce friction. If we are using machine, we should use oil in those machine, moving part of the machine, to reduce the friction so that it should work properly. Machine made up of iron should be painted to avoid rusting. If a machine is made up of iron material, then it should be regularly painted so that the rusting cannot be appeared there. This was the final topic of this chapter, and with this topic our chapters get completed, and you will get the question and answer and all the things in your WhatsApp group. And in this time I will be giving only once question and answer, and I will not give you again and again if you will ask again and again at the time of examination also, and whatever topic which we have discussed, that we will again discuss in the live video, and we will make the topic or chapter completed. So thank you till for that time only, and we will meet in the live classes.